Let it be known. We back. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in Toronto that came through to the Mind Bending Supreme hip hop show on Thursday night. It was fire. It was dope. I rocked the motherfucking stage pretty hardcore. Trust. Shout out to Master Inferno and Rickshaw. They also rocked that stage real nice. Like, it was real sick. It was real sick. And shout out also to the homie who came through, Logic, who had a very brilliant observation. He said, this was like a trip back in time to a more precious era in hip hop history. So it goes, you don't really see people anymore evolving in real time, creating in real time, exploring and expressing themselves in real time in the hip hop venue. There's a lot of curated, polished, and like plasticized and just fabricated vibrations, and just people don't often show vulnerability, or their, you know, less egotistical sides to themselves when they're expressing their shit these days. So he goes, yo, it was real nice to see hip hop dudes, raw, real MCs creating on the spot, inventing on the spot, fucking up on the spot, resurrecting on the spot, knock down 7 times, get back up 8, and just representing. So I'm really glad you noticed that, and I felt it. I was experiencing it and I was living it. I didn't quite mess up any of my rhyme. I had like one or two little rhymes that I didn't even fuck up. I just skipped the rhyme because it didn't feel like it was gonna come out right. But one of the homies, he like messed up a little bit of his first song, and it was really good to see. It was actually just nice to see somebody doing hip hop and it not being exactly perfect, or them just copying whatever they just recorded. There was not anybody rapping on their beats. I mean, rapping on their rhymes, which is something that's more valuable than that can be even put into words. Because some people these days, they don't even know what it's like to see real MCs rhyming raw, no backing vocals. So love it. This is hip hop. Imagine, imagine an opera singer with their backing vocals. What would happen in that venue? Boo, hiss, boo, 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 tomato, 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 boo. Ooh, tomato, tomato. Shout out to that homegirl. So, yo, it was real out there. Shout out to all the real rhymers. Shout out to Jay Z. Actually, I want to give a shout out. We was here last week. I was having sex. Let me just be real. I was having sex, but even at the end of that, I got up with my homegirl and I was like, "Yo, I gotta watch the end of this concert." So she was cool with it, and I gotta salute Jay Z for real for having have it. That's it. You just keep going. That's the real. That's the real. You know the deal, Edward. So yo, shout out to Jay Z for rocking real live rhymes. That's what hip hop is. Even though he was messing up a little bit here and there, I would rather hear somebody mess up doing actual live rhymes than to hear them with a backing track and just this weird, just dual track. Yeah, it just sounds like shit. It's not right. It's just people just rhyming on their own rhymes, and it just doesn't sound right. It's like projecting a TV screen onto another TV screen. It's just not right. So, shout out to all the real rappers who just rock raw. I really am very thankful that I got a chance to do it. Jay Z was dope with it. He had a couple little mistakes, but it was cool. When Nas came through, he knew he had to tighten up, and he did. and and some of those guests were really dope. Some of them were a little better than others. And I wasn't necessarily. I listened back to that T. Let's go into the first unfortunate negative one. I didn't think the Tiana Taylor one was that bad. I mean, at the time it was okay, but I heard the playback and it was. I heard the playback and it was actually really bad in the playback. But her energy was right, and I guess she was just kind of frustrated that she didn't represent in the moment properly. But I didn't think it was her fault. I thought it was a little more the sound man's fault because, to be honest, straight up, when Beyonce came out, her mic was turned down the fuck. And she came out, she's doing Mary J. Blige's classic song, but her voice wasn't into the, oh, like, oh my god. She came out and just, I'm like, sound man, turn up the mics. Jay-Z's mic wasn't even that tight when he started, and Beyonce's mic wasn't that tight when they started. So that was a little, I didn't even blame it on the MC. So there's just times where it's the performer's fault, and there's times where it's the venue's fault. And I just have to give a shout out to the real raw MCs out there. Shout out to all the people who be watching. Yo, we back here. What up? Yes, we out here. Real rappers, real motherfucking MCs. Actually, I was a little I had to take care of my body, so I missed one of my first hieroglyphic shows. Souls of Mischief was here yesterday, and I missed it unfortunately because I had to heal my body. But on Friday, Cormega was also supposed to be here, and I don't know exactly what happened to him. I saw he had rescheduled his shows in some other places, and I hope Cormega comes back here because if any of y'all seen Cormega, ooh, that's a real ill, high energy, classic Queensbridge hip hop show. And all of those cats, Souls of Mischief, Cormega, never on any backing tracks. Never, ever, ever. So we gotta salute these people who carry on these traditions. There's a Cormega song called "Get Out My Way." It's one of the illest tracks. It's so dope. It's so dope. And Cormega is just raw with it. Like he doesn't he doesn't come with no bullshit. I'm trying to pull it up. I want to rap along to it. This ain't a concert, and it's not a Cormega concert, so I'm not. I'm just saying. I seen him one time at the Phoenix do this song. Woo, I'm not even exaggerating. The walls were shaking. The walls were shaking. This drops. Even though mad niggas hate it, I remain the most anticipated. So glad that Nickel made it, flash and nickel plated, and salute the realness cause mad ninjas fake it. When a PO hit the floor, I can feel bricks are raw. I got the sickest 6'4" you ever seen. I saw and conquered when it's on and popping. My dogs are barking to eat food. My enemies feel heat like the eagle supposed to never eagle. Lyrically, I'm like a desert eagle. Mentally, I measure kilos. Physically, I'm prepared to Tito. Trinidad, both hands are lethal. The crown prince, the underground shit you don't fuck around with. I move quiet and buy a loud shit. I'm in the tunnel with the crowd, ninja. Fuck VIP. But Brooklyn go crazy when you pump B.I.G. And Queens feel it when you pump that Mob Deep. That Jay-Z Nas beat doesn't involve me. I'm sorry. Legal hustle, infamous affiliated. Last rapper that test me, I humiliated. And for your information, the jewels ain't rented from Jacob. When I move, I leave her dead in the pavement. They ringing death and I'm giving no statement. That type of foul is considered a flagrant. OG, give me the brick, yeah, I'm gifted as Mason. I'm a realist, you spitting that fake shit. Life's a bitch, I'ma take on an expensive vacation. If it's on, I'm the reason with the glisten, embrace it. Sleepers awakening, feeling like they seen Satan. What the fuck, I need paper, feel the fake love. A fake thug couldn't sell a rock on the block I was raised on. Huh? Get out my way. Give me mine or I'ma take what's yours. Make love wars, spray up doors. Get out my way. You in the street, we in the street. With the heat, get the way up raw. Get out my way. Stop screaming about sex you rap if you don't come around the way no more. Get out my way. You want what? Say no more. Matter of fact, take that chain off, dog. Yo. It's too classic. I had to spit it. I don't care. Cormega though, all raw, on the mic, never rapping on his lyrics. I mean, you doing your own karaoke, unacceptable. You doing some? I've done hip hop karaoke. It's fun. I feel a little weird doing it because I make my own songs. But that being said, everybody is at this point where we've rhymed all these other people's rhymes long enough where we live it, we breathe it, we embody it, we know it. Like there's a bunch of Eminem, Nas, so many rappers, AC Alone, Redman, Pharoah Monch. I could just do their entire verse, especially Pharoah Monch. Wow, enough of these dudes. So I do understand the hip hop karaoke idea, but you recreating hip hop karaoke with your own music instead of doing a concert. No, no, we don't do that. Tupac would not accept it, and we don't fuck with it. So that's all I really want to say today. Shout out to all the real MCs still rocking the mic right, rocking, not rhyming on their rhymes, actually rapping on instrumentals. And if you want to pay tribute to other rappers, we can do that. There's ways to do that. There's creative ways to do that. So shout out to all the people being creative with their ways that they show hip hop love. It's a wild world out here in 2026, but this is what we do. And shout out to Tupac every time. Let it be known. I crush white. You can't see me. That's what the thought is.